It's our first Litter Media Live show of the month of November. I'm Dan Ramey. He is Aaron Glandon, and Mike Smith is on assignment today.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. A little bit under the weather. We finally got out in the cold, and after everybody in the house has been sick, it finally hit me.
That's how it goes.
It does go that way. I just realized you shaved your beard.
Yeah.
And you've got that patriot look to you.
Yeah, I have a ponytail. This is the first time you mentioned it.
Turn over and look at that. There it is. Not much of a ponytail, more like a pigtail.
I can't see it, so
I
have no idea.
It's only about this long.
Because every time I look this way, I can't see
yeah, it's like that long.
Oh, well.
A cropped dog's tail of some sort. Yeah. Good to have you with us here today. Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at what's making news for us across the Scioto Valley. Not only that, but also a look at sports. We've got a bevy of sports to share from over the weekend, so all of that is just ahead. But first, we want to take a look at the forecast. Had some light sprinkles as I was leaving the Ramey Ranch down in Pike County today. Otherwise, mostly sunny. Temperatures reaching into the upper 50s to start the week. As for the rest of this week, at least up to Wednesday here, cloud cover for most of the day on Tuesday, a high of about 57 tomorrow, partly sunny for Wednesday and 60 for a high. Overnight lows will be in the mid to upper 30s. So we're getting back to a little more closer to normal, I think, from what we have experienced here of late. On the way, a look at news. But first, we want to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If there's something going on with the heat or the cool or the plumbing in your home or business, you need to reach out to Accurate. They have, a load of vehicles that can go and make sure that they're at your place. And they'll set an appointment or they can get to you the same day. You want to find out more? Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website. That's littermedia.com. And you'll find them at accuratehvac.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
My name is Matt Shelton. I am the principal here at Edward Lee McLean High School in Greenfield, Ohio. So McLean's partnership with Adina is very extensive. There's an athletic trainer on our campus every day assisting with students. We also have a physician that works with our football team. The mobile health unit has been significant for a lot of kids in that they might not easily have access to have their immunizations or to get a physical or just to be seen. It's more than just education here at McLean. It's also well-being and focusing on how to live a healthy lifestyle.
We invite you to visit our website, littermedia.com, to follow along with some of the news stories we'll be sharing today, but also all of our social media information is up in the right-hand corner there, where you can find us on Facebook, which if you're watching right now live on Facebook, you know how to find us there.
Yes, you do.
But also Litter Media X. We've got YouTube. We also have Spotify and Litter Media Radio, all in the upper right-hand corner at littermedia.com. Well, this past Friday, Pickaway County Chamber of Commerce made an announcement as they announced Savannah Hufford as the new executive director. She began her journey with the chamber as an intern in June of 2024. An interim director, Jan Shannon, said Hufford quickly demonstrated her commitment to leadership, and also she has been very much involved with full-time projects as a project coordinator. Since then, she's played a key role in driving numerous positive changes across the organization. Her initiatives include chamber chats, where members are invited to share feedback and ideas, as well as proactive recruitment effort to welcome 21 new members between June and September. Hufford is scheduled to join us for a special edition of Litter Media Live next Monday morning, November 10th. Looking forward to getting a chance to chat with her. We've exchanged emails over the last few months, but have yet to actually meet her to talk to her.
From intern to executive director in just about a year.
That's a leap.
That's
right
impressive.
There. It is.
Congratulations. Governor Mike DeWine has made 2 selections to state boards from our area. Bambi J. Bond of Washington Courthouse has been appointed to the Public Benefits Advisory Board for a term which began last Friday and ends on June 30th of 2027. Catherine H. Reinhardt of Jackson has been reappointed to the Rio Grande Community College Board of Trustees for a term which also began on Friday and ends October 10th of 2030.
The Chillicothe Fire Department will conduct a drive-through food drive. It's coming up this Saturday, November 8th, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Fire Department on East Water Street here in Chillicothe. Proceeds go to the Ross County Good Samaritan Food Pantry and to the Cavalier Closet.
Amanda Clear Creek Local Schools alumna Hannah Somm represented Fairfield County in the state of Ohio during the 98th National FFA Organization Convention and Expo last Wednesday through Saturday in Indianapolis. The Ohio FFA Association nominated Somm as the official candidate for the National FFA Officer Team following her role as a past member of the Amanda Clear Creek FFA chapter and former vice president of the Ohio FFA for the 2022-23 term.
Fairfield County Education Service Center, in partnership with the Ohio Department of Public Safety and Ohio Traffic Safety Office, is addressing driver education at a regional level through a $1.5 million grant announced by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. Piloted by the Ohio Department of Public Safety and also the Ohio Traffic Safety Office, the Drive to Succeed grant will provide significant funding to Fairfield County ESC in conjunction with 4 additional ESCs throughout the region. With a collective vision to preserve the safety and well-being of young drivers, the program institutes a cost-effective and service-oriented method to expand access in low-income populations throughout Ohio through funding for driver training scholarships.
Frankfort American Legion Hall will host a free Veterans Dinner a week from this Wednesday, November 12th at 6 p.m. This dinner is going to be open to all military veterans, and they can bring a guest with them.
And the Garnet A. Wilson Library down in Waverly will host the Jingle Bell Quilt Show. That's November 21st and 22nd from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Quilts will be accepted the week of the event. You can call 740-947-4921 for more information on how to submit a quilt.
And our road report today takes us to Ross County. Beginning today, a bridge replacement project on State Route 772 between Roselle Creek Road and Turner Road. At least one lane will be maintained using flaggers. Estimated completion date for this project is November 17th.
All right, that's the news of the day. Coming up, the sports recap. That's all just ahead. But first, let's tell you about the Hometown Motors Incorporated Skag clearance sale going on now. You can choose from a wide selection of Skag mowing equipment, but you better hurry because once the clearance inventory is gone, it's gone, and so are the low prices with them. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Now, keep in mind, this is Monday. They're only open until 2 o'clock, so if you want to call and make an appointment, you can. Give them a call at 740-773-8826 to get more details, or visit them online at hometown-motors.com. The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology, to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health. We tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service. Local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Time for sports. A lot of high school sports we want to share with you. Some of it in the way of honors, but the OHSAA state cross-country results from the girls area, top 40 finishers. Athens Sophia Solozzi, she won the D2 state cross-country meet, a time of 17 minutes and 2 seconds. Congratulations, finishing on top. Adina's Vanessa Conley placed 37th in the D4 OHSAA Girls Division 4 cross-country meet. Her time was 19:43.91. Fairfield Union's Sadie Schultz placed 19th, and Vera Hinderly 29th in the D3 OHSAA Girls State Cross Country meet. Top boys finishers are in the top 40. Brock Jarrett of Lancaster finishing 8th in Division 1. Chillicothe's Jaden Beverly, highest placing Cavalier runner at 27 in Division 2. Connor Runkle of Fairfield Union, 18th, and Unioto's Caleb Kaplinger, 40th in the D3 OHSAA Boys State Cross Country Championships. Congratulations to those kids.
OHSAA volleyball saw Adina fall in 4 sets to New Lexington in the D5 regional final, denying the Warriors' second straight trip to the Final Four. New Lex will play Marion Pleasant this Saturday in the Final Four. Bloom Carroll claimed the D3 regional title over Jonathan Alder. The Dogs will play Friday afternoon in the Final Four. Both Notre Dame and South Webster lost in the finals.
Soccer regional finals. Wheelersburg won their first regional soccer title since 2020 in a 2-0 decision win over Riverview. That was on Sunday in Division 4. They'll play Worthington Christian at Logan High School this Wednesday night. In D5, North Adams dropped a 2-0 match against Fairbanks, so Fairbanks will advance.
Several area volleyball players have been named to the OHSVCA All-Ohio teams. The lone first-team All-Ohioans from our coverage area include Sylvia Hahn of Bloom Carroll in Division 3, Claire King of Logan Elm in D4, Katie Burns of Adina, Ella Chamberlain of Wheelersburg, and Chloe Dick of New Lexington in D5. For Katie Burns, it is her second straight season as a first-team selection. Adena coach Laura Smith was honored in Division V with a Coaching Achievement Award as she concluded this season tied with East Liverpool's Dan McKinstry for all-time Ohio high school volleyball coaching wins, recorded at 864 victories. Bloom Carroll's Kyle McFerrin is the D3 State Coach of the Year. Several other players were named second, third, and honorable mention, which can all be found on our website story.
Chillicothe's Carte Ligon is the Frontier Athletic Conference Player of the Year. No surprise there. The Cavaliers sophomore ran for over 2,000 yards, scored 27 touchdowns, I believe it was. Teammates Truett McGlone, Nate Sissom, the disruptor is what we called him when he was in here with us, and Trace McAllister, along with Connor Rutherford, all FAC as well. FAC champ Jackson had Bodie Wolford, Ryan Simons, also Jake Allen, and Charlie Woodward, along with Eli Ray. From Miami Trace, Adam Guthrie, Cooper Enix, Julian Baker, and Cam Morton. From Washington Courthouse, Aiden Osborne, Sam Pfeiffer, Matthew Colfish, and Noah Haithcock, along with Wesley Gibbs. Hillsborough's Mason Dumpert, Zach Brown, and Colin Swackhammer. And from McLean, Hudson Levitt and Andrew Roeder. You can see all of those names, including the honorable mention, that all at littermedia.com.
In Major League Baseball, Will Smith homered in the 11th inning after Miguel Rojas connected for a tying drive in the 9th, and the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Toronto Blue Jays 5-4 in 11 innings of Game 7 of the World Series.
I was flipping back and forth between this and the Tennessee game, and watching them both come to just a climactic close at about the same time was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. The Reds won't see the Dodgers until next September. 3 games in L.A., September 7th through the 9th, and 4 in Cincinnati, September 14th through the 17th. So that's going to be a tough couple of weeks for the Reds there.
Yeah, because if they have a playoff run, or they think they're going to have a playoff run, those 16 games will probably decide it.
Yeah. They're going to face the Brewers, Dodgers, and Brewers again, both on the road, and return home with the Dodgers, followed by the Cubs. So that's a 16-game gauntlet right there. More baseball. Former Paints catcher Dylan Dingler has earned a Gold Glove with the Detroit Tigers. Dingler was in Chillicothe in 2018, so congratulations.
Yeah, very nice. Congratulations. Ohio State pulled away from a slim 17-14 halftime lead for a 38-14 win over Penn State Saturday. The Bucks improved to 8-0. The Lions dropped their 5th straight loss. OSU remains the top team in the country, and they'll travel to Purdue this Saturday afternoon. The Ohio Bobcats will host Miami tomorrow night. Both teams are 5-3.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
You'll be there, right?
I will be there.
Dress warm.
The Bears topped the Bengals in a back-and-forth game, 47-42. Chicago scored the go-ahead touchdown in the final minute, but Joe Flacco threw for nearly 500 yards in the loss for the Bengals. I think he had 470 yards, and he's the only player above 40 years old to ever hit that mark.
Incredible.
And put up 42 points, and your team still loses.
And he's got 2 interceptions in this game yesterday. The second interception was at the end of the game, but it was just he was doing a Hail Mary, and you remember he took a shot last week, and so his shoulder was just to throw as much as he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is that wing still moving?
Yeah. Cincinnati slips to 3-6 now, and they're entering their bye week.
More bad news from Cincinnati. Longtime tight end and sports talk host and TV color analyst Bob Trumpy passed away on Sunday. He was 80. Trumpy spent 10 seasons with the Bengals from 1968 to 1977. A lot of the passes he caught during the early portion of his career came from the arm of Greg Cook from Chillicothe, Ohio. Our thoughts with the Trumpy family. I had one moment in which Bob Trumpy was working with Don Crickey. This was on NBC. Cleveland was hosting Houston. And I was working at Sunday 95 at the time, and a buddy of mine, Dan Trapp, had season tickets, and they sat in the dog pound. It snowed that game, and this was a game where there was a Houston player who was tackled in the end zone, the corner of the end zone. We couldn't see him because they went out of our sight where this all happened. A TV cameraman was taken out on the play as well. And people have been throwing snowballs throughout the game. they were pelting these guys with these snowballs. And there was a decree that came across. Art Modell was the owner of the Browns at the time, and that decree came across the loudspeakers that anyone caught throwing snowballs would be ejected from the stadium.
You've told me this story before.
Yes. I'm sitting in front of a group of people that had food behind us, and they were asking if we wanted, they had like some meatballs and that sort of stuff they had with them and everything. And I'm saying, no, I'm good, thank you. And as I'm turning around, there is an opening right in front of us. These two guys just came and they stepped up there and they started throwing snowballs. Bob Trumpy on TV at that same time, I'm turning around and on the screen, look at that, look at those fools. Guilt by association. Bob Trumpy. I always enjoyed Bob Trumpy.
You need to see if you can find that broadcast. And
I probably have the VCR tape somewhere.
I want to see that.
Yeah. The Browns had a bye week Sunday, of course, not having to worry about playing, so they didn't lose. Hey!
Congratulations.
They will head to New Jersey to play the New York Jets this coming Sunday.
And hopefully you can get a win there.
Last night's Sunday night game, you're a Commanders fan. Difficulty for Jaden Daniels as he suffered that probably season-ending injury.
Probably season-ending, yes.
Yeah.
I turned the game off after that. Well, what happened was I was watching it on the couch, and at halftime I said to Kinsey, I'm probably just going to put this on my computer and play some video games while it's in the background because I can't give this my full attention anymore because we were down like 31-0 in the half or something.
31-7,
like
I believe.
31-7.
Yeah, because they scored just before halftime.
And then Jaden Daniels goes down in the fourth quarter with about 7 minutes to go. I don't know why he was in on a designed QB run. I don't know what kind of buffoons drew up that play. But he goes down and his arm just bends the wrong way, and I turned it off and went to bed.
Yeah. I was doing some other things while I was on, but I wanted to see the halftime highlights because I hadn't paid much attention to the NFL yesterday. And so I had backed up my DVR and I stopped it. And so I'm sitting there watching the game, forgetting that I had paused it for about a 20-minute period. And Dan Jr. messages me and he says, watch this. And he showed me the video of that. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Because he said it's probably a season-ending injury. Well, then I'm looking up, and here's Daniels. He's just throwing the ball left and right. And everything. I mean, what? And then it dawned on me, I'm not watching real time. Right. And I'm like, oh, man. So I got to see it kind of live in the playback.
They're thinking dislocated elbow right now.
Ugh, difficult.
But RG3, when he went down, that was against the Seahawks, too.
Was it really?
Yeah, and they were wearing their same uniforms.
Oh, my. Only he had a Redskin on the side, didn't he?
Right.
Didn't.
But we were in our
the
throwbacks
W.
last night.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Spooky
also,
stuff.
We've got some basketball to talk about.
Yeah. We'd spent too much time on football. The Cavs topped the Hawks 117-109 Sunday evening. Cleveland is 4-3, and they're going to host Philadelphia on Wednesday. And in soccer, the Columbus Crew blanked Cincinnati FC 4-0 on Sunday to force a third and deciding match of their MLS opening round playoff series. The winner of Saturday's match will meet the winner of the Saturday game between Inter Miami and Nashville SC in the Eastern Conference semifinal.
That's the Hell is Real series now. Usually they just play a couple of regular season games, but it's a playoff now, so winner take all, so to speak, and they get a chance to continue in the playoffs with a win. Columbus Blue Jackets were winners and losers over the weekend. They defeated the Blues 3-2 on Saturday, then lost by the same score to the Islanders on Sunday. The Blue Jackets are 7-5. They'll play again Wednesday in Calgary with the Flames, or I should say Calgary is how they say it. And the Ohio State men's basketball team opens its season tonight against IU Indianapolis.
And that's sports.
That's sports. A whole bunch of it. Coming up, this date in history, we'll go back to 1900, back when Mike was just a little boy.
Yes.
Details coming up.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Nearly 100 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
Each weekend this October, Sugarloaf Mountain Amphitheater transforms into Haunted Mountain. Try to find your way out of the escape room. Traverse the spine-chilling scares along our haunted trail. And each night at 7:15, the Mothman Experience begins on the main stage with It Flies by Night. Or bring a lawn chair and enjoy a free showing of our scary movie series on our giant projection screen in the parking lot. See our movie schedule and secure your spot for the Mothman Experience at hauntedmountain.org through Halloween night.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Time for This Date in History, the educational portion of our program. As we turn the clock back to 1900, the first ever U.S. auto show opens in New York's Madison Square Garden. Car makers showcased 160 vehicles.
160.
I'm trying to picture if they actually. It's hard to picture that they had 200 of those in 1900. So I'm sure. I think the first one came out in 1893, something like that.
That sounds right.
So by then I'm sure they started mass producing them. The early internal combustion engines, while noisy, noxious, and teeth-rattling, consumers of the time favored the steam and battery-powered vehicles. And now here we have battery-powered vehicles today. Yeah. And how funny how it all goes around. But we've loved our regular vehicles, and we've got all different kinds of vehicles now. If you've never been down to see the car that is inside the Ross County Historical Society, you got to check that out.
I don't think I have.
I think it's called the Logan. It was a Logan Motor Company had made the car. And I was looking at it the other day when I was there for my meeting with Andrew Hall, and I don't know that I could fit underneath the steering wheel. I mean, the seat is sitting, it looks like a kind of like one of those little tiny settees that they have in the hallway of some nice place.
Yeah.
And that's what the seat looks like. But there's zero leg room with the steering wheel right there. So, I mean, you're right up on it. And I don't know what the top speed
Were people smaller back then, do you reckon?
Yeah, they might have been smaller. Some of them, maybe. We have become a larger society here in the United States. But yeah, I don't know how they did it.
I don't know.
Almost have to drive it side saddle, I guess.
We were, me and Kinsey were walking around downtown on Saturday, and we peeked in the old firehouse to see the old fire trucks.
Oh, yeah?
We just looked through the window.
I've never been inside that museum to check it out.
Me neither.
But a lot of these museums are really cool. They've got a lot of wonderful stories. It's just generally they are 501c3 organizations that are volunteer driven. So
you got to make an appointment.
Short hours. Yeah. You have to make a particular appointment to be able to get in to see those things. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of history that people have kept alive, and the efforts they've made over the years to keep some of this alive so that we can go back and say, what? We had a military complex here?
Yeah.
At one point in time? Yeah. It's huge, Camp Sherman. You can find out more when you stop and visit, and you can find online stuff. But when you go and you see it, and you see the large photos, I remember seeing these, kind of like a panoramic shot, and it would be 300 men in their battalion or whatever it was, and it's like a 6-foot long picture.
Yeah.
6 rows deep. Incredible to see how they took those. I don't know how they printed that off.
I don't know, but there's a lot of history
back in whatever year it was
that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah. And there's more prehistoric stuff, I guess, from what I understand, down at the Ross County Historical Society in the Heritage Museum than there is out at Hopetown. In the Hopewell, I always have the difficulty with this. Hopewell National Historical Park.
Yes.
I think is the proper, I'm probably wrong on that.
I have a buddy
I'm on meds right now, so maybe.
I have a friend who's working there. I think he's doing an internship with Hopewell.
Yeah.
And he'd been on the job for like a week, and we came out and he gave us a tour.
Oh, yeah.
And he knew so much that he just learned in the week of being there. That was blowing my mind. If you haven't taken like a guided tour, I know it's different than just you can go out there anytime and walk around, but take a tour and listen to what the people who work there have to say, because it is fascinating.
It is. I recall as a young lad back in the 4th grade, we would take these trips, and one of the field trips was to Hopewell here in Chillicothe. However, I was sick that day and I didn't get to make the trip. So I had never been to the mounds. We had driven by them, going to visit family in Kentucky all the time, but we had never stopped to see them. And so one day when I started working at Waverly Radio, I'm 18 years old. I said, I'm driving on my own. I've got my own time. I'm going to stop and take a look.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I was blown away. And you can learn more about, all you got to do is stop and ask. Stop and ask.
We went there in my 4th grade. We took a field trip there.
Yeah.
We threw the atlatl.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was good at it.
Now, I was here probably 2 years ago, I think, and we were doing a special feature on one of their exhibits they had there. And I saw a group of kids doing that out front. And I'm like, this is pretty cool to get a chance to see these, 8, 9-year-old kids out doing stuff that they'd never done before.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's a look at today's program. Back at it again tomorrow. Trying to think, do we have a
special edition tomorrow? I don't remember who it is.
Let me go to my calendar. We'll see who gets it first. Oh my, there's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. It's election day. The Altrusa Club will be here tomorrow, and that is with Linda Collins and Linda Miller. They will be here to talk about the Altrusa Club's Craft Bazaar, which is coming up this weekend. Should be a lot of fun. So visit us again tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.